Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel to another video. In this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what's on my iPhone. Since I'm still a student, a lot of the apps that I'm going to be sharing with you guys are going to be studying or productivity related. The phone I have is an iPhone X in space gray, and my case is just this marble one that I do not remember where I got, but I will try to link a very similar one in the description box below. And now let's get started with what's on my iPhone. So the first app that you'll see when I unlock my phone is Google Calendars, and I use that to keep track of my deadlines and test dates. Next, I have photos, and these two are a literal representation of me when I read all of your comments. Next, I have Gmail, which has my personal and business email, clock, weather, news, which I try to read every day, but my app hasn't updated in 2 weeks. Then I kind of have the obvious App Store settings, and then iBooks, which I just use to keep PDF versions of my textbooks. And now moving on to the bunch of folders that I have. I don't know if you guys recall from my previous video, but I used to always keep my apps as individual apps, but anyways, in the media folder, I have YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music, which I do not use. In my navigation folder, I just have Maps and Google Maps. And now moving on to the whole productivity thing, I have Notes, Reminder, and then this app called a Tracker, which allows you to track your time spent on 5 different subjects. I use this a lot in first semester to kind of see where my time went and how much time I spent on each class. Then I have this habit tracker app, which I downloaded and started setting up, but honestly I've never remembered to log it, so I don't really find these apps too helpful personally. Next, I have Flip, which for me is just a time tracker app, but it has a very similar idea to Forest, where you can compete with your friends, people around the world, based on how much time you study. And then we have Forest, which again I kind of touched on already. But the problem I have with these apps nowadays is that I prefer keeping my phone outside of my room when I study, so none of them are really particularly helpful. Then I have Countdown, which is exactly what the name suggests, this Chinese audiobook / podcast app, as well as Quizlet. Essentially, it's just a way of making your flashcards online. Next folder, which I named Apple, or just apps that came with the phone but I was too lazy to delete, so I have Files, Keynotes, Pages, iTunes U, Numbers, Watch, Podcast, iTunes Store, Find Mine, Tips, and Contacts. Next, I have Utilities, which are the apps that I feel like I might get to use someday, but I have Measure, Shortcut, Stocks, Calculator, Tuner, Voice Memo, Compass, Google Photo, and Google Home. Then in my school folder, I have all of my school apps. So I have My School Day, which I use to see when my classes start and end, and then Manage Back, which I use to log my class, as well as the assignments that my teachers have uploaded. In Office, I have Google Docs and Google Drive, and Notability, which I'm pretty sure just automatically downloaded when I got it on my iPad. I guess I just never made the effort to delete it because it's really useless on my phone. In my YouTube folder, I have YouTube Studio, which I use to track my analytics, and then Fonto and Photo Collage for making thumbnails. In my social folder, I have Instagram, which you should follow me if you're not already, but it's the same as my YouTube name. I post pictures on there every now and then when the lighting's good and I have time, but I try to interact with you guys on my story as well as on my lives. And then I just have WeChat, Messenger, and Snapchat. 2 more folders to go. So the next one is Health, which just has the health app that comes with your phone. Activity for tracking on my Apple Watch, as well as Sleep Plus Plus, which I used to track my sleep for a week or so when I first got my watch. And my last folder, which is named Finance, I just have my wallet, Uber Eats, and Starbucks. And that is basically everything on my phone, except I forgot to talk about what was at the bottom in the beginning. So I just have phone, messages, Safari, and my camera. And those are all the apps that I have on my iPhone X. That is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out more of my contents, and all of my social media, podcast, and website will be linked in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!